Hello everyone, my name is Atinuke Hassan. I'm the creative director of House of Tinderella. House of Tinderella is a makeup place. What we do is bridal makeup, we do wedding guests, we do television makeup, we do all kinds of makeup. So you can visit us for your makeup and gele. Also, we teach professional makeup training, we teach for personal use. And if you're a makeup artist who would like to upgrade your skill, you know learning is very important. You can't stop learning. You can as well visit us for your upgrade class. So right now I'm so excited. You know, we've had a lot of people asking us if we do online classes, and so that is why we are here today. Welcome to my online tutorial. Woo! I'm so happy. You're going to be learning a lot from this class. If you are a beginner who does not know anything at all about makeup, be happy already because we are going to teach you everything. Okay, so right here I have my brushes. Let me take you through the brushes so when we start working you can understand what I'm doing. I'll start from the brow wand. When you see a brush like this, it's called a brow wand or a spoolie. So this is used to brush the brow before we now shade the brow. And after that, if you want to shade your brow with a brow filler or a brow definer, this is the kind of brush you need for that. It's called a smudge brush. It's always small and precise. We have our angle brush. Angle brush is usually one part is always shorter than the other part and is always very flat. You can see how flat the brush is. This is what we use to highlight our brow or any area that we want that very sharp edge. Then we have our eyeshadow brushes. For eyeshadow brushes, we have the brush that is meant for application. This is used for eyeshadow application. It's small, it's a bit fluffy, and it's flat. So when you see brushes like this, you'll be able to tell what is meant for. Is meant for eyeshadow application. And then when you apply your eyeshadow, you need brushes to blend. When you are blending, you need roundish fluffy brushes like this. It comes in different brands. We have Real Tech, we have Elf, we have MAC, we have different kind of brushes. So this one is roundish and is fluffy. You can see how fluffy it is. These kind of brushes are used for eyeshadow blending. Okay, so after our eyeshadow, we have our eyeliner brush, which is very pointed. It's pointed and it's thin. You can see this. I have another brand here that we can use for that purpose as well. If you don't want to apply your eyeliner directly, let's say you are using a liquid liner and you don't want to apply it directly, you can use your disposable eyeliner brush to do that. You can use this for your gel liner as well. So let's go to the face. For the face, if you are applying your face primer, if you are applying your face primer, you can use a very flat brush like this to apply your face primer. This brush is very good because it doesn't take so much product and it applies effortlessly. After that, we have our foundation brush. To know when your foundation brush is good, the brush has to be full and roundish. We have different kinds actually. We have the flat one. This is a flat foundation brush. It's very flat and it's wide. So when you see a brush like this, you know that it's going to be very nice for applying foundation. If you are not using this, we have a stippling brush. Some stippling brushes are not this full, they are more scanty. It can work well as well. And then we have this very full, fluffy, roundish one. It applies very well. So when you are applying your foundation, when you use any of these brushes and it's from a good brand, you can be sure you are going to get a very good result. That's for the foundation. After foundation, we have concealer brush. Concealer brush is for, let's say you want to apply concealer under the eye area, or you want to highlight the lip area. The concealer brush is It's bigger than the eyeshadow brush and is together. It's not as fluffy as the eyeshadow brush. So when you see a brush like that, it's a bit pointed too. When you see a brush like that, you'll be able to tell what it's meant for. So that is for our concealer. Okay, so we have our powder brush now. To know what brush is appropriate for your powder, this is how to know. We have different kinds of powder brush here, so they have their similarities. The powder brush is always big, is always fluffy and full. You can see all these brushes are full and fluffy. They apply so well such that you can get enough quantity of powder to go around on the face, and then it's not going to clog your powder. So this is how to know your powder brush. So this is for the powder. Then we have other brushes. We have this precise flat top brush. You can see the brush is flat, it's a bit roundish, it's very good for contouring. So that's what this does for us. Then we have our fan brush. We have two different fan brushes. We have the small one and we have the big wide one. You can use it to dust off excesses and you can use it to apply your highlighter too. They are very good for both purposes. Then we have this blending brush right here. They can be used for high blending too and for face blending. You can use it to blend your nose contour. You can use it to blend your nose highlights. They are very good for blending. Okay, a lot of people are very familiar with beauty blender, but most people don't know how to know the right one to buy. When you want to buy your original beauty blender, it has to be very soft. It comes in different brands, but just make sure it's soft. And when you drop it in water, it must bounce, it must like swell up. That's how you'll be able to tell if it's original. It's meant for blending. That's the purpose. When we get to the practical part, you understand better. So let's move forward to our eyeshadow identification. We have different kinds of eyeshadow for different purposes. So I'm going to start with the shimmery one, the highly pigmented eyeshadow. You can see this one is very shiny. That's how you'll be able to tell that is a shimmery shadow. So this one right here is not meant to be put on the crease or for contouring. It's meant to stay on the eyelid so you don't get your eye messy at all. And then apart from this, we have eyeshadows that can be used for blending and for crease. For example, we have these matte ones and we have these ones. These ones, we have them in some brands, BM Pro, Casabella. This is how you know if it's meant for, it's called, the process is transitioning. It is used for transitioning and for blending out. This is how you know if it's appropriate for transitioning. I'm putting it on my skin right here and it's blending into my skin. That is how you'll be able to know if a particular shadow is good for that purpose. So when you try it on your skin and it does not blend in, you can see that the shimmery colors I have right here, they are all on my skin. They are not blending into my skin. But these ones are blending into my skin. So these ones are very good for transitioning. And these ones are matte. The matte ones are not shining. That's how you identify your matte ones. Then we have some shadows that are like in between. They are shimmery, but the shine is not that much. Those ones too are meant to be used on the eyelid. We have glitters as well. We have different kinds of glitters. I'm sure a lot of us know about glitters. They are really shiny. We have loose glitters. This is a loose glitter. And we have pressed glitters. They are in compact form, very shiny. It's very good. I'm going to be working with some of these things so you know how it works. And then we have pure pigments. Pure pigments are highly pigmented too. I love them a lot. They give you this spark on the eyes when you use them. I'll be working with some of these products so you'll be able to tell how they work and you can try your own as well. I'll be very happy to see what you can do with these things. So let's talk about foundations. In foundations, there are things you need to look out for. There are things you need to know. In foundations, there's something called strip test. Strip test is done to be able to get the right shade of foundation to be used on a particular person. Using this for example, you can see if I try this, it's best done around the jawline. See, this is not blending into my skin, it's too bright. So when you want to do your strip test, for your strip test you should try 3 different shades. Now this is really bright on my skin, so I'll try this next. Now can you see this is like my exact shade but slightly brighter. Then I can try another shade darker. Look at this, this is slightly darker than my skin color. So what do I do to get my appropriate color? The best thing to do right now is to check which one matches my skin tone best. Looking at these 3, you can see that this is really close to my skin tone, but it's just slightly darker. So what we'll do is we'll use a larger proportion of this, and then we put a bit of this with it to mix it. So when we mix it, let's try it so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So I have this one right here, and I'm just going to take a bit of this one and mix with it. So I'll mix it up and then I'll try it on my skin. Can you see? I have my best tone. That is what strip test is about. It's about you getting the perfect shade, because makeup is meant to feel like a second skin, not a mask. So you have to try as much as possible to get what works well for your clients. And in different foundations we have undertones, and we have what represents undertones in different foundations. We have yellow undertone, we have red, we have pink. So it's essential you know the undertone you are buying. So when you walk into a store, you need to ask the beauty advisor attending to you what kind of undertone the foundation you are buying has. You need to know how to identify the undertones. This is very important because you don't want to use a red undertone foundation on somebody who has yellow undertone. It's not going to sit well at all. So it's essential you know how undertones works so you can get your best shade. By the time we move to the practical, you will understand better. Okay, so that's all about brush identification, eyeshadow identification. Please make sure you follow us on Instagram on @Tinnerella, Snapchat on @Tinnerella, all our social media handles. Just check Tinnerella, you'll be able to find us there. And watch out for the next video.